Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara, or Lara Likes Mascara, and today's video is very long awaited. Recently, I did a declutter of my entire lip product collection, like a lipstick declutter, and today I am doing an eyeliner declutter. Yes, I am going through my full eyeliner collection and trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff because I have a lot of eyeliners, and that is not even a category that I'm particularly excited about. And it's not like I have eyeliners that are, you know, all shades of the rainbow, and that's why I have so many. Greens, I have yellows, I have reds, I have blues, purples. No, they're mostly black and brown. So there was no reason for me to have so many. And I couldn't even tell you what the actual reason that I had accumulated so many was. But anyways, I actually filmed this video. I'm pretty sure it was the same day that I filmed my lipstick declutter, but I didn't want these to be back to back because it's kind of a lot of decluttering. Okay, this plant is like attacking my shoulder. I didn't want them to be right after one another, so this is coming out a few weeks or a month after that one. So yeah, I've just had these eyeliners in a little bag ready to be decluttered, but not quite decluttered yet. You know that kind of limbo that happens if you have a YouTube channel or an Instagram page devoted to this. You probably know what I mean. But when you have stuff that has been decluttered, or like in your mind it has been decluttered, but you haven't actually shown the world yet that you've decluttered it, so you can't actually physically remove the items from your stash. This also happens with all of my empties at the end of the year. I have a full bag of all of my makeup empties, and my partner is like, "We do not have space for this." And I'm like, "That is correct, but I also need to show my subscribers." Anyways, I guess I'm in a weird mood today, but yeah, I'm looking at the products that I decluttered right there. Just to recap, my goal when I filmed my makeup inventory for the year, which I will link that right here if you haven't seen it, my goal was to declutter 5 eyeliners this year. I didn't say that it necessarily had to be all at once or, you know, one at a time, anything like that. That was just the parameters I set. So in today's video, we will see if that actually happened. So if you want to take a guess of how many eyeliners I decluttered, leave that down below before you actually watch the video. Leave me a little guess how many I managed to part ways with in this video. And yeah, let's just get into it. And I will do a little recap at the very end. You guys, I already do not feel good about this. So I just finished filming my lipstick declutter, and I did so well in that. I decluttered literally like a quarter of my lip products. But there's so many fewer things to begin with that I'm like, oh, like already I know I'm gonna declutter fewer things. And when I look at each individual thing, I don't know. I don't know why I feel so attached to these eyeliners. Like I shouldn't be. I don't need this many. Okay, and I just remembered about a couple more products. First, let me go over the new things here that I haven't shown before. So I didn't know that I had this. I recently filmed my inventory and I didn't include this because I honestly, well, okay, first of all, it wasn't here. It was at my parents'. I found it there when I was trying to find more things to declutter or bring into my collection, which I do every time I'm there, which is a whole other thing. But anyways, this is a brow product, so not relevant here, but I just wanted to show it, okay? Trying to show my full collection here, trying to be honest about what I have. And then the new things that I have are this green Pacifica eyeliner. I am so excited about this. Let me just give you a swatch because, you know, you never really know with pastels if they're actually going to show up. I haven't tried this on my eyes yet, but I did do a swatch, and also you can see the remnants of the lip products that I recently swatched. Look at that. Yeah, so very excited to use that. So that is new. And ironically, the only things that I got recently are lip liner and eyeliners, which are the 2 categories that I'm trying to declutter because I have the most amount of things in. I do not need new stuff, but here we are. I didn't have anything like this, obviously, so I'm not feeling guilty about that. And then this black liquid liner, which I do not have any liquid liners. As you can see, these are all pencil liners except for that gel. And I really needed this. So this is the KVD one. I really enjoyed the sample that we got a couple years ago in this for a birthday gift. So Yes, those are the new ones. And then these are two other ones that I found at my parents'. Again, I've decluttered so many eyeliners over the years that are just like still in their package because, well, honestly, I don't know why I had so many to begin with. I guess I felt like you could never have too many eyeliners. I don't know. But these are the other two that are new. So this is Bonnie Belle. It's actually a really nice shade, so I'm tempted to keep that. No, I really don't need it. And then just this basic black one from e.l.f. I don't have an issue with decluttering this. So this is going to be the first one that I'm like, okay, that's going for sure. Let's go through the rest of these. I'm going to pick out the ones that are different somewhat because as you can tell, most of these are black. This one is the NYX Wonder Pencil. This, I actually don't use it very much, but it is helpful when you need it, when you think about it. Oh, is that even still working? Yeah, I just need to sharpen it. For cleaning up lines, for putting in the, you know, to tight line, anything like that. So I don't use it, but it is theoretically useful. And then we've got this purple one. This is my only purple liner. Doesn't really look very purple there. What is going on? Oh, I think I just, there we go. I just had sparkles on it or something. Not the greatest eyeliner, but I do like having a purple one. And then, are those the only ones that are different? Well, I've got a couple of brown ones. That one. So this is the one that looks quite similar to this one and is the reason that I don't feel like I need to keep that. But it's such a pretty brown. Like that is a prettier brown than this brown, you know? So, ugh, having a tough time deciding. And then this is the CoverGirl one. I think Sarah Rose really likes these. Oh, not gonna be able to get it down now, but I haven't actually used it in a while because I'm just trying to pan that brown one. But it is always helpful to have a couple of browns. So I don't think 2 is too many. 3 might be too many, but 2, I'm fine with that. And then this one, even though I maybe should declutter it, I haven't gotten around to trying it yet, so I don't know if it still works, even though it's quite dry. So I'm not sure what to do about that. Maybe I'll grab a brush right now and just try it out on my hand. Okay, some of these need some serious sharpening, so let's just do a little time lapse of me sharpening them. Better. Does anyone else keep the stickers on? I don't know why I do it. It just doesn't occur to me to take them off. Okay, I can see one here that needs some sharpening. I think I used to use this one a lot, this particular shade. It looks kind of purpley. I don't even remember what it looks like. Wow, okay, that's very dark purple. I would honestly never use something like that now. I used to love purple, but I don't anymore. I kind of reach for all of these Urban Decay ones equally. Oh no. Which doesn't make sense because logically I should just work on panning one rather than reaching for them all equally. And that way I could at least get one of them out, but I don't know. I don't know why I don't do that. Okay, this is the little brush that I use for my eyebrows, so let's try that with this. Oh my goodness. Honestly, this is not what you're supposed to use with this kind of product. I used to have a smaller brush, but I don't know where it is. So let's just see if I can even get any product on there. Oh yeah. It's definitely doing something. Yeah, okay, that definitely still works. I don't know if I'll be able to use it just because I don't have an appropriate brush for it, but there's clearly still good product in there. So I am going to defer this to the next time that I have to make a decision because I should at least try this out, you know? Okay, then we've got my 4 Urban Decay double-ended eyeliners. These are the ones I reach for the most because I just find that they're the best quality. I don't know why one is so much longer, whereas the other 3 I sort of seem to reach for equally. I don't know. I'm gonna sharpen the 2 sides of this one actually because it's kind of hard to fit The issue I run into with a lot of these eyeliners is that this is my container, right? And if it's too long, it doesn't fit in and I have to put it in sideways, but then some of them like barely even fit sideways. So it's this whole thing. I'd rather they just be like the lip product sizes, you know, and just fit in nicely. So maybe if I sharpen some of them, or at least declutter the longer ones, then they will fit in much nicer. I think the reason that this one is so much shorter is because I haven't sharpened it in a while. And that's like an extra step that I don't feel like taking when I want to use something. I don't know. That sounds ridiculous, but that also sounds like me. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, it's so, does this one even work anymore? It feels super duper dried up. Oh, I keep pulling parts out of it accidentally. Does this even work? Oh, it's so dried up. Wow, okay. Maybe that's why I don't reach for it. Okay, so that was a bit of a surprise. I just kept sharpening and it was clearly just done. Like the whole thing was just entirely dried up when, you know, I kept testing kind of like the nib or like pieces of it kept coming off in the sharpener and it was just all dried up. So that's the only one of 8 because there's 4 and they're double-ended that dried up. So I don't know. I don't know why that happened, but it kind of makes me relieved because it's one less eyeliner to deal with. The other end is perfectly fine. It's a gray, so I think that I never used it very much because I prefer like a black or a brown. But I'll give it a try, see how I like it, and yeah, now it will for sure fit into that container, as you can tell, because that side is sharpened all the way down. There's nothing left. And then these other 3, yeah, they're the best ones in my collection. They're my favorite, so I'm obviously not going to get rid of those. There's a variety of browns, there's a purple, there's a teal color. Then we've really got the decisions ahead of us now. I think we can say, like, I've only decluttered one, but that one, you know, I wouldn't have realized that it was dried out unless I did this declutter. So kind of 2 out of my collection, can we say that? And then I think we're just going to have to do some swatching over here. Let's see if any of these ones have dried out. Well, it's not swatching very well, but it's not dried up. Let's see. My hand is also a little bit wet. It's really not great. I'm going to declutter that one. This is from NYC. They do not make the best liners. This one is from Wet n Wild. I think this is a dark brown. Oh man, that's not even swatching. I can't tell if it's because my hand is like kind of wet and sticky from washing it or if it's the eyeliner. Maybe I should come back in a few minutes when my hand is dry. Which one was I trying? Now I don't even remember. Oh, I think this Wet n Wild one in a dark brown color. I mean, it swatches okay when you press really hard, but if I was just pressing as hard as like I would expect to, it's not great. I think I can probably declutter this one. Or maybe I'll try it today and decide, but I'm leaning towards not keeping it. I found this other one on the bed, another NYC dark eyeliner. It just doesn't feel great, you know, compared to the Urban Decay ones. And I feel like because I have to press hard, it kind of like drags on the lids, and that's just not great for your eyes. So that one is going as well. And then we've got this eye definer one, Bonnie Bell. Most of these brands are not great. Oh, that does not look good. Can you see that? I think I'm gonna sharpen that off. But it's not a good sign, you know? That doesn't bode well. This one actually swatches better than the other ones, but it's clearly very old. I think I'm just gonna declutter it. So it's time to go. I've got enough eyeliners. Oh, I'm already doing better than I expected, but these are the ones that I'm least attached to. The rest of these I'm a bit more attached to. Okay, that swatched beautifully, as you can tell. Just like a black, very solid color. And I like that this one has this little sort of fuzzy brush where you can blend it out a little bit. if you want. This is another good one. I think this is the Ulta House brand. This used to be my go-to liner. It doesn't swatch as well anymore. Like, I can tell it's not as good as the other ones in comparison now because I have better ones, but I still feel kind of attached to it. And we've got this Wet n Wild one. Wow, I'm surprised that I got that much used up. You see how much shorter it is? Ooh, that actually swatched beautifully. No wonder I used so much of this one up. I'm gonna keep that. It might be super smudgy, but at least it's got a really nice black line. This one is from Rimmel. I remember this one being really good. Nice solid black color, not quite as smooth as that Wet n Wild one. This one I think was from a NYX kit. Still works really nicely. Honestly, I kind of wish that these were worse because then I would be less inclined to keep them. Oh, I forgot about one more. Okay, so this one I had already decided to declutter because when I was filming my inventory, I realized that it was completely dried out. Oh, did you see that? The eyeliner bit actually just entirely popped out. I wonder if there's more, like if I kept sharpening it, would I get to a part that's not dry, but I'm not gonna bother. This, I think, was a sample, one of the Sephora birthday gifts, and I'm really sad that I never got to use it because I've heard this is really good. And yeah, I was just so focused on project panning the liners I was already using that I never wanted to take the time to reach for this. So, you know, there's some downsides to project panning. If you get too focused on your items, then you never reach for anything else, and then nice products will dry up. But that is my problem. Learn from my mistakes. So yes, that one is unfortunately leaving my collection without ever having been used. And no one else can use it either. So, I'm not feeling great about this, but I did declutter more than I was thinking I would at the beginning of the video when I started filming. Let's get these shavings off of there. I'm leaning towards keeping this just because it looks like such a nice brown color. I almost want to declutter this one and then try out this one, but that is just the kind of thinking that I'm not a fan of here on this channel. The idea that like, oh, the grass is greener, like the products that you don't have are better than the products that you already do. Just because I don't know how this product works doesn't mean that it is automatically going to work better than this one. So I'm just gonna keep both for now. Yeah, I have 3 browns. I don't think that's ridiculous. I don't think I need 3, but you know, I decluttered enough other ones today that I am happy for now. And then this one, I think I'm gonna put this in my makeup bag and just try it out because I'm interested to see how it works. I don't think that I ever loved the Wet n Wild eyeliners, despite how many I have, but I do think that I deserve to give it a chance because it did swatch really well. It's a nice dark brown color. So yes, for now that gets kept. All of these are getting kept, and these are the ones that I am decluttering. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad at all. Is there a better way I can hold all of these? Yeah, there you go. So we're decluttering 5 out of 18. 5 out of 23, and then I have 18 remaining. So let me just calculate what percentage of my collection I am decluttering. Yo, I just calculated how much of my collection of eyeliners I decluttered. Look, so I got rid of 5 out of a total of 23. Almost 22%. I just decluttered 22% of my collection of eyeliners. And in terms of lipsticks, I also calculated that. So I have 42 in total. Like I have 35 lip products and then 7 lip liners. So I'm just going to count those all in total. And I decluttered 10. So 42. Well, it's more like 10 divided by 52 because that was my total number. More than 19%. So I actually decluttered a larger percentage of my eyeliner collection than lipstick collection, which doesn't seem right because I decluttered more lip products, but that's just because my lip product category is collectively larger. But anyways, these 5 are going, these 18 are staying. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 18. Okay, so that is it. That is my decluttering for my eyeliner category. I am really glad that I did it this way, because honestly, I don't think if I had just like gone through my collection the way I normally do and pick out a couple of items to declutter, I don't think I would have decluttered as many things. Also, I think if I did this, you know, in the new year when I wasn't feeling quite as productive and organizationally, I don't think I would have decluttered as many things. So I just needed to do this now. So I'm sorry that this video is getting out way later than I filmed it, but I figured it would be more productive to do this now. So thank you again for watching, and let's cut to the outro. Y'all, can you believe it? I did it. I decluttered 5 eyeliners. Let me show them to you. I didn't even notice this at the time, but these are all black. I guess you can tell what color I really do not need that many of, because I felt like I had too many brown eyeliners. But the thing with brown is that like you can have so many different shades of brown, light brown, medium brown, dark brown, brown that's almost black. But with black eyeliner, there's really only one color. You know, if it's not black as black, then it's probably just like a dried out black color. So yeah, we've got 5 black eyeliners that I'm parting ways with. And you know what the funny thing is? When I filmed this eyeliner declutter, like when I did the overhead bit, I actually did not even remember that I had set the goal for myself to declutter 5 eyeliners. So I just so happened to get rid of exactly 5, you know, thereby fulfilling my goal for the year. And it wasn't even that hard. I thought that it would take me all year to get rid of 5 eyeliners, but I did it all in one fell swoop. Who knows, maybe later in the year I will declutter another 1 or 2 or a few, but I have already decluttered the 5 eyeliners that I had planned to. So I'm very happy about that. I'm not sure if I will be passing these on to someone else. This Marc Jacob one is obviously dried up. This one is still in the packaging, so I will try to pass this on. These ones, I'm not sure, but I will, of course, whenever I pass on anything that I've had for a number of years, I make it very clear that, you know, I've had these items for a while so that people can decide for themselves whether they want it or not. But yeah, I'm really happy to have gotten rid of these. Do you think I did better in my lipstick declutter or my eyeliner declutter? I mean, the sizes of my collections were different to begin with, so it's sort of hard to compare. But with both categories, I'm very, very happy with what I managed to get rid of. So yeah, this is it. We've got 2 from NYC. These are legit like the same product. Like they're both black pencil liners. I don't even know why I had 2 of them the same in the first place. This is from Bonnie Bell, I believe. Yeah. And then Marc Jacobs and Elf. So there we go. And before we talk about a book that I've been reading lately, I would love to know if you prefer my declutters that are this sort of style, where I look at my full collection at once, sort of overhead, and decide, or whether you would rather see it like one by one, like I usually do at the end of every couple months, showing all the products that I decided to declutter recently. Let me know. What do you prefer? I will probably keep doing it the way that I have been doing it, although if I feel like one particular area of my makeup collection is out of hand, then I will do this. But I'm curious to know what you think, how you feel about these different types of videos. Okay, let's move on to the book now. So this is The Island of Sea Women by Lisa C. And it is, I would categorize it as historical fiction, although it doesn't use those words in any explanation of the book. Basically, it is about this small island in Korea, or off the coast of Korea, called Jeju. And it is based on the real world phenomenon of Hanja women, who are women who go diving for sea creatures, not like fish, but like mussels, abalones, I don't even know what creatures, sometimes octopus. And this is just a fascinating concept that I was not even aware of. But Hanja women, historically, it's sort of a, not a matriarchal society, but a matrifocal society. So the emphasis was on the women. The women were the breadwinners. They were the ones who brought home the food and the money. And so the culture was really, really interesting because of that. And this tracks one family, well, really two best friends over the course of their whole lives. And it shows how the phenomenon of henna changed and has almost entirely disappeared, because this was a tradition, I think, for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it was very profitable. Like, these women would go work in other countries. They would work in Japan, they would work in Russia to do this work of diving for sea creatures because it was so lucrative. So super, super interesting. It was a little bit dry. I felt it was a bit slower than it needed to be, and some parts were written more like a historical text than a novel. But overall, this was fascinating, and I thought the ending was excellent. It really, really hits ya. It is pretty rough. They are living through the Japanese occupation, the American occupation, wars, famine. It is not easy content, but I think that this is well worth a read. I had this on my to-read list for years, like actual years, probably 2 to 3 years, and I'm glad that I finally did read it. It did take a while though. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I have a beautiful sunny day today. I wasn't actually planning to film, but it's so nice out that I was like, okay, I need to take advantage of this, even if it's just to film an intro outro, not a full video. I haven't sat down to film a full video. I kind of miss sitting down and talking at length with you guys. Yeah, I just kind of want to talk about makeup and how my skin's doing, because that's been a whole thing. Now I'm getting into rambly territory, so I hope you are well, and I will talk to you next week.